Hello, my name is Amy Wagler. I'll be your instructor for STEP 5335, Applied Experimental Design. I'm an associate professor in the Department of Mathematical Sciences, and I'd like to welcome you to this course and to interacting in this Blackboard environment during the course. Of course, since this is a fully online course, I've tried to think about how to encourage interaction in this course, how to make sure that your learning experience is as rich as it would be in a face-to-face setting. While I cannot mimic everything, I am hoping that the kinds of activities and the structure of this course in Blackboard will recreate some of the valuable learning experiences that I have traditionally included in this course. I think this will be a challenge, but it is something that I think we are up to. So my objective is to stay positive and stay open to suggestions as well as we begin this. If you have ideas, if you have suggestions, don't hesitate to reach out to me, whether it be on this page or via email. So let's spend a little bit of time first just getting to know our website for the course. This is going to be one of the daily places you log in to participate, to interact or engage in the course. You can see that I have changed over to student view so that it looks more like what you will see. I am in the home page. I have a variety of links. First, a general set of course links and folders. And then you'll notice that there's a sequence of modules. Week 1 module, all the way down to 13. So this is going to contain the weekly work that you do. We'll take a look at that in more detail in just a moment, but I'd like to begin at the top. So first we have our syllabus. I will make a second video where I specifically talk about the syllabus and what is included there and the way I structure the course and way I grade the course. But we also have a course outline. When I go over the syllabus, I'll also look at that. Notice I said this is important because as you'll see in the next video, this outlines when things are due for you. There's other ways to tell when components of the course are due, but this could be your primary mechanism. This is a one-page summary you can print out or have saved on your desktop so you always know when things are due. This is a fairly complete list of design of experiment resources within the R programming languages. We will be using R in this course. And this is just a really nice website that I use when I think, oh, I need to do this. What package will do this kind of function for me? Here is the textbook that we'll be using. It is an open source textbook, so there is no need to buy anything. In fact, you cannot buy a print version of this textbook. This is getting to be a little bit of an old textbook, but I'm really fond of it. And until there is one that is uniquely different than Gary's textbook, I plan not to change. I really enjoy his textbook. I find it to be very useful and accessible to students. I think I will be more inclined to change books once there is a experimental design textbook release that's more geared towards data science. But at that time, nothing like that exists. I do know of a person who is writing such a textbook right now. There is a supplemental text. I draw a few examples from this from time to time. If I make use of it, I'll tell you during the course. I don't find it as nearly as useful as the primary text. We'll talk about this primary text also in the next video. From time to time, about every 3 weeks or so, we'll be playing an ongoing design game. And this is a game where we use software. In particular, it's an R Shiny app to help teach you principles from experimental design. I will be assigning this in the first week of classes so that your first game is due in, I believe it's the second week. Look on the course outline schedule to be sure, but this is a regular component of the course. I will talk about this in its own video. This is, to me, a very important component of the course and one in which I want you to fully participate, and This will sound funny, but I want you to participate without fear of getting it wrong, because I will explain in the video you're going to get it wrong at first, and you get credit for completing the game, not for how well you do on the game, because it is hard to get this game right, and you really need the course to get it right. So I'll talk about that in an upcoming video in more detail. Then I have a folder with all the homework assignments. I'll go ahead and click on that. You can see I have code to load all of the course packages. If you have difficulty loading those packages, do let me know. I have some help code in there for installing the packages locally, and if it prompts you, would you like to install this on a personal library, just click yes and proceed. Sometimes that provides some difficulty for students, so just let me know if it's a problem. Otherwise, you'll see all the homeworks listed here. These are all the homeworks I planned for the course already laid out. If you click on any individual homework assignment, like here's homework 1, at the very top it gives you the due date and the number of points assigned for it. And when you complete the homework, you simply browse your computer, attach it, and submit. This will be the primary mechanism that I get to see your work, your independent work. And I do want this homework to be independent work. All right, so notice each one of those are there. I may make little adjustment to due dates as we go along. Right now I feel like the due dates, well, right now they're just consistent with what's on the course outline. So you can see like homework 5 is due October 11th and so forth. So it's all set right now, but there may be slight modifications if I feel like I need to give you more time, particularly. The next folder right under homework assignments is the course code. I attached them all at once. I hope this works. And there's some weird files that I accidentally attached. You can kind of ignore any HTML and PDF. Those are created as a result of Markdown code, but we are using R. And so this is all the code that I have written to help you in doing examples that I go over in class. There is not any homework code in here, but a lot of the code I show you in class can be directly applied to different circumstances for your homework. So these are all, notice these are all examples or supplementary cases that I use in class. Unfortunately, they do alphabetically order. They don't order by date of use, but I will give you the name of the code and you can simply just find it that way. From time to time, we'll be using groups for classroom work. When I click on it, I see all of the groups and who's the member, but it doesn't show you in student group. There may be I'm going to still figure this out, so we may have to do a little bit of tweaking to this, but just be assured that you will be assigned a work group for the class. And from time to time, I'll say sometime during the week, organize a time to meet with your group and complete this activity or this classroom assignment. Classroom assignments are things that typically I would have given students in class and they would have worked on cooperatively. Since that's more difficult to do in an online environment, I've simply created these groups so that you can still have this collaborative work within class. Okay, finally, that begins the modules. I'm going to do a second video where I go over the modules in particular, and we'll start off there. Well, actually, the syllabus video will be the next one you should view.